event, and we have got an absolute sparkling show for you coming up later on, so stay tuned for that one because we're going to give you some details about it. But at the moment, we've got my man from Scotland, a very good friend of mine, the ESU Supremo, Vinny Mcwilliams. Vinny, main event, good show, isn't it? Bit like ESU.
Awesome, aye. They're definitely pushing the bar when it comes to big fight shows, and I'm really looking forward to this.
You can see, what's interesting for me is as a commentator, because obviously I have to be passionate, I love the sport, but you take risks. Darren's second is Phil Shelley's second, it's also Darren Phillips, who we didn't interview because he's busy at the moment. But you take a risk. This is what I like about you. You really want the sport to grow and getting fighters back to purses.
Yeah. I mean, anybody can put a show on, but it's about building fighter profiles, getting their face in the media and really taking it to the next level. Main events doing it, ESU's doing it, some other infusion with Kieran Kerrell. It's all about pushing it, taking it to that next level, making it bigger for everyone.
I've got to admit though, there is some really, really big shows coming off. I mean, good Muay Thai shows with good fighters from Scotland. I've been to ESU a few times, and we're talking about that anyway on Stand Up With Me. But it seems to have a really resurgence, doesn't it, at the minute? And especially what you're doing in Scotland.
Yeah. I'm kind of using a different marketing strategy than most promoters do, which is a wee bit more risky. But when you've seen the shows, it's starting to pay off. That's 2 shows within 8 weeks, and both have had 1,100 people there plus. So it's working. But again, it's not just up to me. It takes other shows like the main event and Infusion to keep pushing the bar.
Do you know what it takes? It takes a camaraderie. It takes people working with each other. Yeah. It's not a massive community. There's a lot of backbiting and backstabbing goes on. That happens in every sport, I suppose. But at the moment, there seems to be a real strong bond with everybody. And yourself doing a show in England and coming down and Daz's fighters on your show, and you getting the Scottish lads a chance to fight, like I know that Chris Shaw's fighting on this one. So it's becoming a UK thing, isn't it?
Right, definitely. As I said before, we kind of go down the route at trying to make superstars out of fighters and putting all the limelight onto them, building characters, developing fighters that people will recognise. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Household names.
Household names, aye. That's what it's all about.
Even if it is in Scotland, like Jock McTavish. That's not true. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your time, Vinny. Always a pleasure. We'll see you very soon with more stuff coming from the main event with